Welcome again, students. Today we are going to start our new topic, deduction of Ohm's law. In the previous few lectures, we have discussed about the Ohm's law, and we have only stated what is the Ohm's law tells to us, and now we have to derive the Ohm's law. Okay, and for the derivation of Ohm's law, we are going to use the concept of drift velocity. Okay, let's see. We know that the drift velocity Vd is equals to E tau by m, and also we have E is equals to V by L. When we use this concept in the above equation, then the drift velocity will be equals to E V tau by m into L. And also uh, we know that I is equals to NEA/VD. It is the relation between current and drift velocity. When we put the value of drift velocity in this equation, then we have I is equals to NEA. In place of VD, we can put EV tau by M into L. Cross multiplying the terms, we have V by I will be equals to ml by n e square tau into a. ml by n e square tau into a. And according to Ohm's law, if we check these results, m is the mass of electron, L is the length of the conductor, n is the number density of electrons, and E is the electronic charge, and tau is the relaxation time for a given potential difference, and A is the area of cross section. So this whole quantity is a constant. Whole quantity is a constant, and let us put this value is equals to R. When we compare this result with the relation V by I is equals to R, then on comparing these two relations, we have R is equals to M L by N E square A tau. Okay, and this is a constant quantity and known as the resistance, known as the resistance of the conductor. Okay, so guys, this is the our Ohm's law. V is equals to IR, or from this relation we can write V by I is equals to constant. V by I is equals to constant. So this is our Ohm's law, deduction of Ohm's law with the help of drift velocity and the relation between drift velocity and the electric current. So now we have to find the relation in terms of relation for the resistivity in terms of relaxation time and the current density. Relaxation time and the current density. For this, we will use this relation. Is the resistivity in terms of relaxation time and current and electron density. Electron density. Okay, we know that, as we know that R is equals to rho L by A. Resistance is equals to rho L by A, where L is the length of the conductor and A is the area of cross section of the conductor. When we compare this equation and this equation, on comparing these two equations, the left hand side of the both of the equations are same, so the right hand sides must be same. Then we have rho L by A will be equals to ml upon n e square a 2. On cross multiplying, we have rho is equals to ml by n e square a 2 multiplied by a upon l. These two terms will cancel out, and we have resistivity is equals to m upon n e square 2. So this is the relation for the resistivity in terms of current density n and the relaxation time. And from this relation we can see that the relaxation, as we increase the relaxation time, then the resistivity of the conductor will decrease, and the relaxation time, when the relaxation time decreases, the current density the resistivity of the conductor will increases. Okay, so this is the relation for the resistivity in terms of current density and the relaxation time and the electron density. Now we are going to discuss why the conductors offer the resistance. Why any type of conductor, whether it is copper, aluminum, iron, why it offers the resistance in the flow of charge through them. Okay, when a conductor, suppose we have a conductor like this one, and it is connected to a potential difference of V. Initially it is not connected with the conductor because the key is switched off. When there are electrons and they have their random motions in the various directions, so they have no particular direction. But when we switch on the conductor, switch on, when the switch is on, then all the electrons gain a particular direction. Okay, all the electrons gain a particular directions. They were drifted towards the positive potential. As they were drifted towards the positive potential, during their journey, they collide with the positively charged ions which are present in the our present in the conductor, and they are immobile ions. Means positively charged ions do not move from पॉजिटिव पोटेंशियल टू नेगेटिव पोटेंशियल. दे आर इमोबाइल. इमोबाइल मीन्स अपनी जगह से मूव नहीं कर सकते. ओके, दे डू नॉट मूव फ्रॉम देयर पोजीशन, एंड इलेक्ट्रॉन्स कोलाइड विद देयर विद द इमोबाइल आयंस and also with the neighboring electrons, due to which their journey is stopped, or we can say restricted, due to which their path is restricted, and this restriction, or we can say this opposition, is known as the resistance. क्या होता है कि इलेक्ट्रॉन्स जब पॉजिटिव पोटेंशियल की तरफ ड्रिफ्ट होते हैं, तो क्या होगा कि ये कंडक्टर के अंदर प्रेजेंट पॉजिटिवली चार्ज इमोबाइल आयन के साथ में क्या करते हैं, कोलाइड करते हैं, और अपने नेबरिंग इलेक्ट्रॉन्स के साथ में भी कोलाइड करते हैं, जिसकी वजह से एक इनके पाथ के अंदर रुकावट आ जाती है, और उसी रुकावट को, उसी अपोजिशन को हम क्या बोल देते हैं, रेजिस्टेंस बोल देते हैं. ओके, सो दिस इज द कॉज ऑफ रेजिस्टेंस. व्हेन इट इज आस्क्ड इन द examination, what is the cause of resistance, then you have to write that the collision with the immobile positively charged ions or with the neighboring electrons is the cause of opposition offered by the conductor, which is known as the resistance. Okay, next one is the mobility of charge carriers. Mobility of the charge carriers, it is defined as the drift velocity produced per unit electric field. Drift velocity produced in a conductor per unit electric field is known as the mobility of the charge carriers, and it is represented by mu, and it is equals to Vd upon electric field, and we know that Vd is equals to E tau by m, and E is also there, it will be equals to, so our mobility will be equals to, mu will be equals to E tau by m. It is the mobility of the charge carriers present inside a conductor. Okay, here we can also write that if we are talking about a conductor, if you are talking about a conductor, then mu e, as we know that the charge carriers in case of a conductor are electrons, so we will write it as mu e is equals to drift velocity of electrons per unit electric field. Or in case of semiconductors, we have, in case of semiconductors, we have two types of charge carriers. One are electrons and other are holes. So we have to write the drift velocity for both of the cases. Mu e will be equals to ve upon e, and for drift velocity of holes it will be mu h, and it will be equals to vh, drift velocity of holes per unit electric field. Okay. If we have to write the SI unit for the mobility of charge carriers, from this relation we can find out the SI unit, as it is the velocity. For the velocity, SI unit is meter per second, and for electric field it is again volt per meter. So it will be equals to meter square per volt per second, or we can write meter square per volt per second. It is the SI unit of mobility of the charge carriers, and the practical unit is centimeter square per volt per second. Okay, it is the practical unit which is used in the daily life, that is the centimeter square per volt per second. Next one is the relation between electric current and the mobility of a conductor. Relation between electric current and the mobility of a conductor. Relation, I am writing the relation between current and mobility of a conductor. And as we know that the current relation between current and drift velocity is equals to I is equals to NE A Vd, and in case of conductors, mobility mu will be equals to drift velocity of electrons upon per unit electric field, or it will be equals to Ve will be equals to mu into E. Here we can write mu E, drift velocity of electrons. Okay, drift velocity of electrons. So here also we can write Ve, drift velocity of electrons. So in place of drift velocity of electrons, we can put this value. So we have I is equals to N E A mu, mobility of electrons times electric field. So this is the relation between current and the mobility of the charge carrier. Okay, it is the relation between the current and the mobility of the charge carriers. It is the case of conductor. When we are talking the case of a semiconductor, then the current will be total current in a semiconductor. Total current in a semiconductor will be equals to the sum of electronic current plus में whole current. Okay, and in place of electronic current, we can write N E A Ve. Here N is the number density of electrons present in the semiconductor, and V is the drift velocity, plus P E A V H. Here P represents the hole density of the hole density present in the semiconductor, and VH represents the drift velocity. So again we can write it as E and A can be taken as common. E and A can be taken as common, and we have N into VE plus P into VH. And also we know that from this relation VE is equals to mu EE, and similarly VH, drift velocity of holes, will be equals to mobility of holes times the electric field. Let's put these values one by one. Then we have I is equals to EA into N as it is. In place of VE, we can put mu E times electric field plus P in place of VH, mu H times the electric field. From there, electric field can also be taken as common. So I will be equals to E A times electric field into N mu E plus P mu H. So students, this is the relation between electric current and the mobility of the charge carriers of a semiconductor, and this is the relation for the electric field, electric current and the mobility of the charge carriers present in the conductor. This is the case for conductor and this is the case for the semiconductor. Okay. Next one is the relation for the conductivity of a semiconductor, and we know that the current I is equals to V upon R, and from the relation E is equals to V by L, we can write V is equals to EL, where E is the electric field and L is the length of the conductor. So here we can write EL upon and R. We know that the resistance is equals to R is equals to rho L by A. So when we use this relation here, we have rho L upon A. It will go upside. L cancels out each other. So we have E A upon rho. So current is equals to I is equals to E A upon the rho. Okay. Let it be equation number 1. And also we know that the current in a semiconductor I is equals to E A times electric field N mu E plus P times mu H. P times mu H. Okay. Let it be equation number 2. When we compare these two equations, comparing equation 1 and equation 2, we have left hand side of the both of the equations are same, and so right hand side also be same. So we have E into N mu E plus P mu H. Okay, these two terms cancels each other, so we have 1 by rho is equals to electronic charge times N mu E plus P mu H. Okay, here the 1 by resistivity is known as the conductivity, so it will be equals to N mu E plus P times mu H. So students, this is the relation between the conductivity and the mobility of the charge carriers of a semiconductor, or simply we can say that it is the conductivity of a semiconductor. So students, this is all about today's video. Thank you. Have a nice day.